If you are an atheist but not rich, you cannot be proud of your realization. Other side, if you are believer and rich, you will continue believing system for life. Poor atheist gets into dilemma all his life, thinking that why he is not doing well. But he ignores that the awareness can be hindrance, and ignorance is bliss most of the time. You were born and brought up in simple God-fearing, orthodox, religious family. But as a part of evolution, after going through every experience possible, praying and seeking many things from the God, but not getting the required answers for years and decades, the man is not kept quiet. He's keep on seeking the answer. He just keep on seeking the answer, and the answer is there is no God. One gets this liberation or idea that no one is controlling this existence. No one is doing the micromanagement. It is all intrinsically coded. It is all beyond our comprehension. It is happening right now, as I am saying this, me here now. It has been happening for eternity, infinity. So this is beyond our control and our ability to comprehend. Now, because you have realized and have some understanding and conviction that there is no God here, it won't do any magic for you. This can be ultimate truth, but it will not make you any superior. If you have cultivated some holy man syndrome, this is not good. This is not good for yourself, your family, your profession, and your finance. Please let go that pride. If you are already a wealthy person, you can have that pride. But if you are poor, you cannot afford to have that pride of liberation, pride of realization that you are some great philosopher. A poor atheist is nothing but he himself is proving that atheism does not work. That's the harsh reality. Similarly, a rich believer is proving himself that believing is working for him. And because it is working for him, he will be continue believing for his life. One of the big factor working for believers is the concept of surrender. Surrender is always good for people. Surrendering makes you liberated. Surrendering makes you liberated because future is always uncertain. There is so much ambiguity about future, what is happening tomorrow. No one knows. When you surrender, it gives you freedom to let go the attachment with the future. Other side, atheist thinks that there is no God, so he has no one to surrender. That making him responsible for himself, which can be very stressful because he forgets that there is inevitable interdependency in the existence, in micro level, in macro level, in every level and every dimension of the existence. Now, I would say that surrendering is nothing but superpower every believer has. And this knowledge no atheist should ignore. Now, the one more factor which is working for believers is placebo. Placebo happens in medicine. Placebo can happen in real life also. And it is happening with most of the believers. Placebo is praying to the God and thinking that his problems will be solved. So this trust is placebo. When you surrender to God and pray with utmost sincerity, with heart, with soul, the placebo is mostly going to work because the existence is really generous. It will help you. It will help you if you're sincere, if your thoughts are virtuous, if you have passion, devotion, and sincerity towards your work, if you want to help yourself, your family, and your customers, and if you pray for God to give the opportunities for this, God will help. Think right, speak good, work hard, and pray. God will take care of you. Pray and trust. Trust and pray. That is the power of placebo. Placebo is also superpower, and all believers are using it. As an atheist, you are also missing that. There is another factor which is working for all believers, that is religious practice, religious ritual. That means going to temples, meeting people, religious communities are the key. It happens in all major religions. This is basically the power of socio-economic factor. You are in hardcore marketplace and you want to sell something. Whether as a salaried you want to sell your skill, time and energy, or a businessman you want to sell your goods, services. Now what is happening with atheist? He thinks himself some sort of superior. He thinks himself to be separated. He thinks himself lonely. He wants to be alone. He wants to be in solitude. The other side, believers socialize, they mingle, they work as team, they work as group. They are always in teams and groups. They are always as a community doing collective work, working together or working as a business. Now solitude is a freedom. Every day having me time or solitude time is good for everyone. Solitude for lifetime may not be good. That is the reason solitude for an atheist is an hindrance, whereas socializing believers have advantage. They create their own networks which helps them professionally and financially. That is why it is called a religious practice. There is no practice in atheism. What one would practice in atheism? So atheism is like getting into wild, and there is no end for seeking and receiving. There is no end for knowledge and wisdom. So atheist will end up seeking and seeking, receiving and receiving. Nothing great happening in his personal, professional and financial life. He would survive, but he won't thrive. That is the paradox of an atheist. That is the problem of an atheist. Because he is going against the existing system, which is so powerful. He is going against the flow. He is some sort of a rebel who is not harmful to society but to himself. Somebody may think once atheist, always atheist. But it is not like that. I would say what is real evolution is to understand your own biases and get rid of it. So atheism is not some ultimate destination one should stop. It is just in the flow. It is part of your existence. It is not ultimate truth. You are just also seeing other side of the believing system. It is not some ultimate liberation. You were blessed. You see, atheist is also understanding his own biases. That is the reason existence is very generous. And what is existence? It is your subconscious mind. The smaller your subconscious mind, smaller the existence. If you expand your subconscious mind, whole existence will be yours. You seek answers, it will provide every answer possible. If you ask sincere questions, it will give you every answer possible. We are all somewhere inevitably vulnerable. Existence really wants to help everyone to sustain this life as long as they are alive. So keep seeking, keep receiving, keep understanding, and most importantly, keep implementing in your life. Let us surrender to the existence with sincerity. Socialize more. Let us live in communities to help ourselves and the community. Keep flowing, be wise.